It's game time, we ain't playing with you. It's game time, it's game time, we ain't playing with you. That's how we ball for y'all.
What up, what up, what up? You are rocking with Duva.
And Jamel.
Yo, thanks for joining us for episode 39.
Right.
You know how I do around the ball for that one. A little loud, but it's okay. Man. How everything with your nephew?
Everything's been great.
That's good, you know. Shout out, happy Father's Day's coming up for you.
Right.
You know, it's a beautiful
Thank
thing.
you.
A beautiful thing. Uh, yeah, been some interesting topics. So, you know what I like to do?
Dive in.
Dive in that thing, man. Let's start with some new music. Some new music. I'm gonna give it up to the ladies, man. The ladies been going strong. Dropping some music for this month. Thames. I hope I'm saying her name right, but the Nigeria queen.
Right.
She always been going when hits after hits on the radio. Always heard her songs. Song with Free Mind. That was a nice track. Waiting for You with Future and Drake. That's like the song I've always been playing around on the radio. But she actually dropped the album. So I was interested in just check her album out. The album's called Born in the Wind. I'm Born in the Wild. Um, it's a solid project, man. Solid project.
Definitely.
A lot of Caribbean vibes on that thing. What else you have? Um, let's see, which one did I think I like on her album? I think I turned. Her album's it's a nice solid project. It's a nice solid project. A lot of vibes. Good Caribbean vibes on there, and then an Afro beats that she has a bunch of songs that gives it to where she's from. Being Nigerian, representing. Um, but some tracks that I like personally, I like to turn me up. I think that's a nice club banger. It has a nice it brings you back to like a Jamaican Caribbean in the club type thing. It brings you back to the days where you was in the clubs. You want to dante one and put your hands on the girl's hip and then have her back it up on you. One of those type of like feels for it. So I was rocking with that. Also I like the one that she had J. Cole. She had a song with J. Cole on there.
Right.
What was that?
That's called Free Fall. Free Fall.
Free Fall?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's what I okay. Yeah, Free Fall, yeah. No, Free Fall. Um Good collaboration. I haven't seen a bad collaboration with her yet, I definitely give it up to her. She's definitely a person who knows how to be unique with her style and then represent from where she's from and then also bring a different flavor with her music where you can enjoy throughout the summer but like enjoy it throughout the winter. It's a nice worldly music. So yeah, I definitely give it up to Thames. Yeah.
Right. I've been vibing for the album since I heard it.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been kept repeating like songs over and over again, just listening to the whole thing. It's like mostly because the way she do her music and the way she has like two different sounds.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's like you could say like a more masculine sound sometimes that
Mm-hmm.
vibes in real quick, and then she has the feminine side.
Mm-hmm.
And then through the whole thing, it wasn't like heavy on the Caribbean beats to like overpower it, or the African beats to overpower like the song, where
Mm-hmm.
you want to hear that more. It's been more of her voice and like her instrument, or the way she uses her voice to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's been like beautiful to the whole time. And I gotta say, I got like multiple tracks on there that I've been listening to and just keep playing.
Yeah. Nah, that's her
Right.
accent of her Nigerianness. That's what you're gonna get from her. That's what she's gonna bring that flavor to the game. But yeah. No, I was surprised. It wasn't surprised because I know she was been making a lot of hits already. But so I was, she brought it to justice.
Right. She
Uh,
got a couple of tracks on there. It gave me that same Sade feel.
One of the track, yeah, definitely. I did get one of those that feel. It's that vibe, you know. It's that
Yeah.
soft, uh, play it in the lounge, play it in wherever you at, just relaxing type
Definitely.
of feel,
Yeah.
feel to it, you know.
It was very heavy on the guitar with everything, so it was like that light, so that you can feel it and be like it goes real smooth.
Yeah, no, she's definitely smooth.
Yeah, but I like that it wasn't like that same heavy Caribbean beat where you still move, but you still want to move to it. So I like that she got to play over that instead.
Yeah, no, dope album,
Yes.
definitely dope album. So everybody check that out. Definitely everybody checking that out. You know, Born in the Wild.
Hmm.
You know, Born in the Wild. So just sticking on the women with the soulful R&B. Um, Victoria Monet. Yo, I've been hearing her name a lot. You know, especially after she won that Grammy for Best New Artist. You know, for Get It For, I was I think it was Get It For Your Mama. I think that was the song. Uh, oh, My Mama. Yeah, she dropped that. I was hearing that in the radio. That's where I
Hmm.
first heard it on the radio. It was a sample from I forget the song, but yeah, that just brought it back, and she did her own little thing. But checking out that she just dropped actually a new video. You know, she dropped a new video. It gave me like a different feel to it. It tapped in a little bit of the Michael Jackson of Smooth Criminal. You know, but the video dropped a video called All Right from
Yeah.
her debut album from my album that she had dropped recently. But yeah, she got some dance moves. She was, because sometimes it's hard to really imitate Michael Jackson. So if you're really gonna imitate Michael Jackson, you got to be on point.
Right.
And so for her to just kind of imitate the Smooth Criminal moves and then bring her little flavor to it, I was there for it. The joke is different. I liked it. I liked it. I like that video.
Definitely. It came out of nowhere too, because the whole first part of the video was like more sexual, like a futuristic type of thing,
Mm-hmm.
and then they brought that like the lasers into it, and I was like, oh shoot, they doing a whole lot in this video.
That's why. Yeah,
And then
yeah.
it just cut, and they
Mm-hmm.
gave that Michael Jackson and like that Janet Jackson thing, and I was like, yo, this is like real cool and it's interesting. She pulls off all the moves, and then they kept switching back and forth between all the sceneries.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it was different. It was
Yeah.
different. It was different. Made me go back and like listen to her album because I didn't really check too much of that at the time. But yeah, I think she's a dope artist. And just to talk about her, what we talked about Bryson Tiller about the one Persuasion, he was actually mentioning her because that was kind of where he got the song from her because he's like a
Okay.
songwriter too. So he's like, yeah, he really credit to her 'cause she really comes up with the P and all that and all that
Hmm.
stuff. Yeah, so he kind of credit her. I was like, okay. So yeah, she's a new artist, but she been doing music for a while. So I guess really just getting her just due now.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, that was a dope video. I definitely like that video that
Yeah.
it dropped. All right,
Yeah.
it was
Even though the
all.
whole song is about teasing, which is like hilarious.
Hey,
The
hey,
4K titty part kept getting me all the time, so I was just dying on that.
hey, she definitely do got that sex appeal. So, but nah, it's a dope video.
Hmm.
So you check that out. All right, you know. Um, was just some music. Well, I think man, what is it? June. I think okay. So Kalani, her album's coming out soon.
Yeah.
I think and would think June the 21st, if I'm not mistaken.
It's
Um,
definitely on the Apple Music coming soon.
yeah, it's definitely coming soon. But she been dropping music just to get you geared up for her project. The joint that I always like right now was the After Hour. I like the video too. That was a nice vibe with that. Still play that right now. Like it's definitely got a groove to it.
Yeah.
You know, so for her, I mean, she's always a dope artist already. She has hits, and she's gonna give you that different vocal who she is. You don't really see that type of artist too much, but yeah, but she's dropping her new album soon. Yeah, June the 21st, and it's called Crash. Yeah, man. So I feel she's gonna have a lot of dope vibes on there already too, because he also dropped another track called Next to You.
Hmm.
Um, that gives you more. She's basically like like you put yourself first. You put yourself before anybody, just when you're next to somebody. So she definitely deep in R&B and soul. With her vocals.
Yeah,
You know.
and showing off her dancing too, because that's her background.
Yeah, yeah. She could. Yeah, that. She did a little dance movement in the
Hmm.
next to you, the video. Yeah, she does. She definitely gets does the dancing. Yeah, yeah. She does came in the game dancing. Yeah,
So yeah, the women are bringing back the old school ways, showing off dance moves and being like, yo, provocative more.
yeah. She's always Kehlani's always on her sex appeal, too. And then she's very open with women, men.
Hmm.
So or her gender, it don't matter.
Right.
Feel like it doesn't matter when it comes to her. You
Even
know,
being the words in the song, she let you know. So yeah.
yeah. Even the video,
Hmm.
with the next to you, it was all women,
Hmm.
and it was
They're picking each other up, lifting them, and
being all
dropping them.
together. Yeah,
There was a lot going on.
women empowerment was going on around there.
Definitely.
Yeah, the ladies is doing it up, with the R&B. They doing it up with the R&B, and paying attention to them, hearing out the new music, especially coming out for the summer. These are summer vibes. I can see the summer vibes coming up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And even on that last track, you used the summer vibe track that we always know that they usually play. But I can't think of the name right now. But yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Dang, I can't forget. Yeah, I can't do.
But it opened up with that, and I was like, yo, I was like,
uh,
oh, this is gonna be like a rap.
uh,
And then she started singing. And I was like, oh, this is not a rap.
nah, yeah. Damn. Forgot her name yet, but yeah, they be like, "Can you feel the beat?"
Hmm.
Damn,
Oh,
what's
is it
that?
gonna be Nina Sky then? Yeah.
Yeah,
But I don't
Nina,
think
yeah,
is
Nina
that the name?
Sky. I think it's Nina Sky.
Is
Yeah,
that the song? Okay.
yeah, yeah. I think it's Nina Sky. Yeah, a lot of people always sample that beat. But the way to hear it on an R&B type sample,
Yeah.
that's different because people always do for rap and Jamaican,
Yeah,
or
for
Caribbean. It's everybody's taking parts of that beat, but for
hmm
her to flip it and still give it her own flavor.
yeah, when she
Uh,
opened up with that, I was like, oh, it's gonna be like some type of Caribbean, some type of thing. And then
yeah.
it just went R&B. I was like, okay, I wasn't expecting it.
Yeah, nah, that joint was dope. That was joint was dope. Uh, but yeah, yeah, check out, be checking out her album. We talk about that in June 21, Crash.
Hmm.
See how that album's gonna turn out. Already starting with some nice jams.
Right.
Jams, some nice grooves and nice smooth vibes for the summer. And let's get into some pop music. Pitbull, Neo. When they link up, it's definitely crazy. It's definitely crazy. It's the worldwide music when they link up.
Hmm.
But they linked up. It's called what? To the Moon. To the moon, to the moon turns into the sun. Yeah, that brings me back to like when Pitbull and Neo they collab. They always once they collab, man. It's like a fist pump vibe. It's like a fist pump.
Okay. Yeah.
It's one of those like you just go to the club and you're gonna hear it like every type of pop club or um basically up tempo type clubs. You're gonna hear those tracks, and I can see that that's a worldwide. Pitbull, he's always on his worldwide music. So, but I was like, oh, okay, the two linked up, back
Again.
again,
Yeah.
back again. So it's always good music when they come to collab.
Hmm.
You know, um, so yeah, that's a nice good track too. I like that. It makes sense because you're gonna party till the moon comes up. Till the sun
Sun
comes up.
comes up.
So it's to the moon. You're watching the moon, but then you party until the sun come up always.
Yeah.
So it turns into it's to the moon. It turns into the sun. So it's a dope concept. I like that. How just I don't know. I don't know. Probably Neil maybe wrote it. I don't know. Neil's a good writer.
Yeah.
So if Neil did write that,
Probably did it.
okay,
Norma, his chorus, and Pitbull did his words. Yeah.
yeah. So if
Because
they
they
came
always
with
come
that
together
collaboration,
and they can do, because that's the nice thing about both of them. They
mm-hmm,
can come together and they both know what their part is,
mm-hmm.
and they'll put it together and knock it out.
Yeah, because they both are dope writers.
Yeah.
Both dope writers. Especially when it's like that worldwide music. So
Hmm.
put that in that pop music, category. Yeah, that's definitely dope. That's joint's dope.
And they just blend it all together, so it works.
Yeah. But talking about like some pop, uh, some news, man. Some news,
I was
man.
about to say, how you linking that together?
Like it's pop news. It's like pop culture news, man. It's
All
still,
right.
it's still going on. The Young Thug trial, man. The
Mhm.
Thug trial is just getting out of hand. Because there's just so much things going on during it. It's like, damn, they're still talking about the same thing and trying to find out who did. You know, so but now it just recently turned out where Brian, still basically found basically got hold in contempt because he wouldn't give up the evidence. He wouldn't tell the judge where he found out where they had a secret meeting. I mean, I
Oh,
don't know why they had a secret meeting in the first place, but he found out they had a secret meeting, and the judge was like, "Yo, who told you this? How do you know this?" Like he was just surprised, like, "Yo, how do you know this?" Not like what he did, not why, because Brian still wanted to be present at the meeting. He was like, "Why wasn't you present at the meeting?" He's not even tripping on that. He's just telling like, "Yo,
I should
basically,
have been there.
yeah, like I should have been there, and I know about this meeting." And he's tripping like, "What? Hold on, who told you this?" So it's not, so it's not denying the fact that they had the meeting because
No,
he just want to know who told you because he was like, "Who told you they had a meeting?" And because it was in his chambers, it was in his office, so he want to know who told him, and he wouldn't tell him. He's like, "That's client privilege. I don't have to tell you this." But the judge wasn't happy about that, so he tried to hold him in contempt. Um, but it was funny how other lawyers came to his defense because they showed up to the courtroom because they didn't agree that the judge would hold him in contempt. But it looks like that he's probably not going to do any jail time because I think I seen something like he had bond, so they're not going to most likely he's not going to do no jail time. But it just a lot of things is delaying this case. This case has been going on. And then they had some more other evidence against like there was I think his name Woody. He's a YSL member. He's like firing his lawyer right in front of the judge. There's so much things going on with this case, and the things been going on. 'Cause remember before, it was the drug things and sneaking in the courtroom and all this. It's just a lot of this distraction. They're just getting down to like what's the actual facts and what's going on in this case. But I don't know, man. It's just like it's too much headlines for this case where it should be supposedly, by the book, but it's so many, it's this turn, this and all that, and this so much things going on in this case. But hopefully, hopefully, hopefully it comes to justice and you get justice for Young Thug, and
right.
we'll see he comes home soon, or uh, or might get a mistrial because it's
A lot going
it's
on.
a lot going on, man. It's a lot going on, a lot of distraction, you
Well, that
know.
could be what they be going for too. It may be the
But
smart plan.
maybe because I don't know if I don't know what's going on, but yeah, it's crazy how the headlines keep coming up, popping up about different things. But guess I'll pay attention to that soon and see what the verdict and see if it ends up Young Thug getting out. You know, but they say Brian Steele is definitely standing on business for that one, protecting him. Uh, got a fight coming up too. Fight coming up Saturday basically. You got Tank and Frank Martin in Las Vegas. The Tank is they're fighting for the light heavyweight champion title. Last fight with Tank was against Ryan Garcia, and he actually got a KO in the seventh round.
That body shot.
Yeah, he caught him with that body shot, man. But it been like since like for like last year, believe it or not, since he fought. Um, but hey, Frank Martin, they said he's like like the underdog basically, but he's been fighting too. So he's hungry, and he's probably gonna come out and try to put on the show and make a name for himself because he's just fighting for the belt, fighting for the champ.
Hmm.
But I think Tank's still gonna take it. I still think he call him the knockout king, so he's the knockout artist. So I don't see him. I don't know. I mean, it'd be interesting if he really knocks him out because he kind of just did a face off kind of a little bit, and then they said he kind of flinched when he kind of jumped at him.
I would too. What you mean? There's a
But
knockout king on swing at me. I'm flinching
yeah,
too. What you mean?
nah, he's trying to test you out. He's trying to test you.
No,
He's
no, no.
trying to
There's no test
he's
out. I need to
trying,
be ready.
he's like, oh,
That's fine.
he's like, all right, but
You right.
supposedly they sparred before, and they got some extra stuff that happened after. Like they really wanted to fight
Yeah,
after
they
they
had to
sparred.
break it up.
Yeah, it was like the
So
whole
they got
side.
like a history going on. They were saying,
Hmm.
so this is gonna be like real. And the
Yeah,
other,
so it's gonna be. You remember that? You remember when we was out to
yeah,
get
we,
down? You know how that goes back in the day.
Like we about to finish this for the
Fighting,
money.
exactly. Finish
We
it
not.
up.
We not.
You know, when something happens,
It's
it
like, yeah,
starts.
I
And
want
then,
everybody to know and see this is not gonna be no background locker room story that I'm just
nah,
telling people
yeah,
and there's no evidence. Nah, I need it for real.
yeah, nah, it's the lights,
Bring the
camera.
camera.
Exactly. The lights is out, the camera's on. You
And I
know.
want the belt from you. Give it up.
Yeah, but we're gonna see that. We're gonna see who's Tank holds it down, which he been holding it down. So I don't see him, losing. But let's see if they put on a hell of a show. See if
That's
they
their
put that hell
plan.
of a
Yep.
show. So tune into that. That's Saturday. Las Vegas pay-per-view. Check out that for some boxing. Just keep on some sports. And so the Boston and Mavericks. Yo, that K. I mean, last game they played, I think they should have. They just finished playing. Today they finally
Got their one.
blew them out. I think it was like 28 points, something like that. Blew them out. But they're still leading. They're still heading behind the series. They now it's 3-1 for Boston, and they're not going back to Boston.
Hmm.
Um, I mean that's this the opportunity where that Jason, um, Brown, like those two are they already now they have to finish them off. Like there's no more playing around, because you don't want to mess around and go back to Mavericks, and then they turn around, go back to Dallas, and then they win, but now you got to still finish them off at Boston. It's a tough hill that Kyrie and done it they loot, but they got it. They got to do something. But I feel like maybe it's that series over because nobody never came back from the 3-0. And they played a good game today. And then game three, they was very close, but then Lucas fouled out in the fourth quarter. When it was very close, but they couldn't get over that hump. But they did redeem themselves of just getting the victory. But Boston ain't nothing to play with. When they get it to clicking and they get the team, they're not easy out. It's not gonna be easy out for the Mavericks.
Oh, definitely not.
You
Yeah.
know.
But I got a friend that said they coming back. I don't know why, but he got a lot of faith. He's saying that they're gonna come back.
Oh man, I
They
don't
about to
know.
win the next, I guess, four.
I don't know
They
about
got
that
one down.
friend.
Like,
Ain't never happened, Captain. But
it's
hey,
like it'd be more interested to see. It's like bring an upset for real.
oh man, they gotta end up pulling out 2 victories in Boston,
Mhm.
and they haven't lost. They haven't won one in Boston yet. you know, so they got to come out with 2 victories over there.
Yep.
They haven't done it yet. We haven't even won a game yet in Boston. So but we'll check it out. We'll check it out Monday. It's gonna come on Monday. So we'll check it out and pay attention and see if they could almost it'll be 3-2. But it's a
It's
tough
still gonna
hill.
look. Yeah.
It's a tough hill to
They got a
climb.
whole hill. They
It's
got to
a
move a whole
tough.
boulder, and they're
It's
like,
a tough because I know that Boston. Oh man, the fans are gonna be ready. They're gonna be ready to celebrate. So it's either Boston comes out already thinking they got the game and they're ready to celebrate, and then Mavericks ended up being focused. Kyrie just ended up being focused. Lucas ended up being focused because truthfully he had a bad game on the the second game. It was like just a bad game, and he came out today had a great game. Him and Kyrie. So we'll see. We'll see.
right.
We'll see. Yo, getting into some New York news, man. Man, at the Jamaican spot,
On wheels.
on with the Jamaican food truck, they just recently got busted for selling cocaine and guns.
Right.
So you go up there,
And beef patties.
give
Nah.
me a beef patty with cocoa bread with cheese.
Mhm.
They really gave him some coke on the cocoa bread.
They were selling both.
Yo,
They were selling everything. They got a lot
how you
going on.
selling? And then that looked like they in front of the courthouse. I hope
Oh
they
yeah,
was
they were like right across the
right
street
across.
from.
I mean, that's a good disguise, but damn, you gonna get caught because one of the people, the lawyers or somebody, gonna see something. You just doing too much in front of the courthouse.
I guess someone must have turned them in because they started doing the undercover cops.
Man.
Started going
They
and order
had
it.
30 people part of this whole operation in Norrisburg, Orange County. Um, that's crazy, man. The whole operation, 30 people. That's a lot of people. You know, they said it was almost making millions, but some people don't believe that. But damn, like, and they disguised it in the actual folder,
Mm-hmm.
the food container. So you got looking like getting you some jerk chicken.
Perfectly walk
Yeah,
away.
you got the jerk chicken on the left and the guns and drugs on the right. Yo, man, can't make this stuff up. They said they was watching too much BMF. Yo, man. Yo, so man, I was like, oh, that's a crazy story. You don't really see that too much.
Mm-mm.
And so definitely somebody had to snitch and tell on that whole operation and see what the hell's going on because you can't have an operation like that running
Someone got something by accident that wasn't supposed to get it.
broad
It
daylight, man. That's crazy. Well, that was a crazy story. Man. I was like,
definitely was though.
how did they have that happen?
Me, some person wanted to
Who?
make money
Yeah, but like you selling food and then you also selling guns and drugs. Damn, you pushing
on
it.
the low.
No, you were pushing it. You was pushing it to the limit. I'm talking about Glocks and 9 millimeters opening up the box.
Good food, protection, and to get you
Um,
high.
these
All
guys,
in one spot.
these guys, crazy, 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 crazy. But yeah, that was crazy. That was a crazy story, man. Crazy New York story. But talking about them bad boys, man. Let's talk about the Bad Boys Ride or Die. The movie, man, it just came out. I got to check it out. Nephew haven't took it out yet, but soon you're on the way to check that out.
Yeah, I'm waiting for my friends. It's
I don't,
terrible.
I don't want to I don't want to tell everything about the plot, but they definitely have the chemistry. The chemistry is there. Martin's looking healthy. The jokes is flowing.
Definitely.
You're not even gonna notice anything, whatever. He had all the stories that this and that, but no, he's on focus, on point. And then Will being Will, you know what I mean? Still being Will. you
Still
know,
looking way too healthy.
he's just, like still looking young. Still giving you that acting, not a step off, and then adding even more into it when he did the little gun trick. They showed the on the scene how they actually had to make the camera and he like put it on his back and then swing the gun over like it looking like a Call of Duty kind of like that direction. So he's acting in, swinging the camera. He's doing more behind the scenes too. So that's
Hmm.
just taking it to the next level.
Yeah, he's one of the producers on the movies too. So yeah.
Exactly. So yeah, it's doing that to the next level.
Mhm. Get
Great
that.
movie, great movie, man. I don't want to give it all, but uh Reggie, Reggie has a good part. He had a good
Oh,
part in there.
he got a whole good part.
He got a whole good part in there.
It's like even if he got a good part, he did a lot. He stepped up in this one.
no, he
Yeah,
definitely did. So he
they said you may be seeing more of Reggie in the next one. So
okay,
yeah.
okay, well, okay, okay, I can see it. So, but yeah, no, that was a definitely good movie. And also seeing that it just did some record breaking in Saudi Arabia and stuff like that. So yeah, it is at a record breaking opening. So the fact that it's worldwide, moving
Oh
even
yeah.
more,
Hmm.
more units around the world is even crazy. For them to understand the chemistry that they have and they still have.
Yeah.
For Martin,
Right. The movie
Will.
did real good because the budget was, I think, it was something where, and they just made over for the opening weekend. They
100 million,
made,
over
yeah,
100
yeah, it
million.
was 100 million for
Yeah,
the budget I think they had for it, and then what they made was 100 million for
for the
opening
first,
weekend.
yeah, the
Yeah, for the
first,
opening,
just the first, just
yeah.
starting it out right out the bat,
So already they made over what they put in,
easily. Yeah,
and then they just working off of that. So that's a nice thing. Because
definitely.
sometimes that's like the worst part of making the movies. And
Hmm.
if the movies and people don't go out to it the same amount, it's like
No,
I
first,
gotta wait to make this money back.
yeah, no. First day, they definitely this is good. It's a good story. It's a good story the way they put it together again. Um, Lauren was asked out. Literally not, but you'll see. But yeah, no, it's a good storyline. Good way to put the production together. DJ Khaled was back in there again, showing off his acting ability again. So well yeah, it's a good movie. Well yeah, no, it's definitely a good movie. So I'll definitely check that out. Bad Boys Ride or Die.
Right.
You know, also let's talk about Power Book Two Ghosts. You know, talked about the trailer. Well, you know, now they actually had the first episode of the season four. Um, and they actually had a huge celebration in New York City, even lit the town red at the Empire State Building. Um,
That's
yo,
nice.
yeah, that to come back. The plot is looks like the storyline is continuing. So you know, still got Mary J. Blige. She was actually battling to come back to life, and they finally waiting for her to wake back up. Yeah, Tariq still on a run, figuring his ways out, using his brains, using his smarts to get out of his situations when he's always getting into these troubles.
Right.
And then you got his partner in crime. So no yeah, it's still a good plot. It's still a good plot. I definitely can't wait to see the next episode. See where they keep going with this. Because it's a good story. It's a good story. They kind of the way they kind of making it. You know, I like that. So when you get a chance, check that out. Check that out. Power Book Two Ghosts season four. Um, let's get back into the streaming world. You know, we talked about the Kai and Kevin Hart
Yeah.
last time, but now it's Kai, Kevin Hart, and Drewski. And then Friends.
What sleeper?
And, you know, Kevin Hart finally, they like I said, if they hit a certain number, he was gonna do the sleepover. So now Kevin Hart did the sleepover. And they did a record breaking streaming. When people watched, I think it was over 700,000, almost 800,000 people watched hit the stream. Yo, that's different. You know, now this world of streaming is just a whole different. You know, so they always having fun together, sipping on that Grand Camino.
Yes, he made sure to bring it
You know,
advertised.
definitely gotta bring that out. You know, I think I'm gonna go get me one of those to see how how that thing tastes. But yeah, no, it was nonstop. It was nonstop. Hilarious, man. Drewski, I'm so glad you didn't have a heart attack drinking all them damn Red Bulls.
Yeah,
He
they
came
were
right
stay
there.
up. Yeah.
He's like, no, this is my 8-1. This is my 8-1. I was like, damn, you gonna have a heart attack, you know,
No.
drinking all that damn Red Bull. But I can't get mad at you, man. I used to mix Red Bull with Hennessy. You know, that used to be my go-to. So I get you. But yeah, for him to still Kevin Hart, he's like feels like Kevin Hart's been streaming forever. You know, he's like a natural. He's a natural when it came to the streaming world. Then just having fun with his boys coming over, everybody just doing random things at the same time, and
Mhm.
it just looked like it's a whole good time. So Kai still being Kai and bringing everybody into his world by streaming. Kevin Hart brought a porta potty. He was like, "Yeah, nah, I'm not
He said,
using it.
"I'm not
Nobody used
using a
that.
bathroom."
Yeah, there's
He's
rules.
like,
Nobody use."
nobody used my bathroom, and then
Nah.
they all started taking turns taking his bathroom. He
Yeah,
was like,
they kept
"Yo,
going.
get out my bathroom."
They kept going in anyway.
No.
They,
And then the amount of pictures that he brought with him for like
oh
no
man,
reason.
he's like, "Can you see this? You can see this right here." The world can see them big old pictures of him.
Yeah.
He bought a lot. He bought a lot. He definitely bought a lot.
And he brought shade. And the first one he brought was shade. I was like, how you just gonna do that to the man?
Kyla, you know, we just friends.
We just friends. He's like, yeah, can they see that? You see this? He was like, yo, what is this?
Yeah, we just friends, man. Damn.
We friends though.
Yeah. But they still play the game with the box. Also, the AMP, the whole crew came over and all that. other comedian Ben was there too. But they caught each other with he caught Kevin Hart when he was sleeping. He caught him on a doze off. That bucket of water, man. Got that bucket of water. But Kevin Hart caught Kai back with the bucket of water. So it was back and forth.
Eye for an eye.
It's like, oh, you sleeping? Wow. He's like, you sleep 1 second. You sleep 2 seconds. You 20. You're finished. So, but it's different. It's definitely different. Streaming world is definitely different. To hit that type of number, 800,000 watched on the stream for like overnight was like almost 9 hours and some change.
Yeah, that jump was long.
That was crazy, But it looked like a whole bunch of fun they was having. So,
Yeah.
and then Kev was like, oh, and called LeBron on there too. He called LeBron. Oh, he was like, LeBron cursing? LeBron cursing. Juicy's stupid, man. Juicy's a character itself, but yeah, it's definitely a different world when it comes to the streaming now. So, but yeah, that was definitely dope, different. Um, so checking out that. Well, let's jump in some
Technology.
some technology. Some jump technology. So
You
now,
wanna go?
yeah. I was gonna do the actually no, well, technology. Let's do technology. So IKEA, IKEA, man. So it reported that IKEA on the games actually will pay people $16 an hour to serve meatballs in a virtual world. Call it Roblox store.
Yeah, very big.
Yo, that's like different. You know what I mean? Because you're not really even like, as it shows how what they're trying to do with the virtual world. And that'd be dope if you like to, really play games
Mhm.
and you want to just be in the game. You get paid $16 an hour to stay home and serve some meatballs, man, in the game.
Yeah.
Damn, that's some real different. That's something real different, man. But if you sit there and expand that, like they really kind of like, look at games now. You can always buy different things in the game, but if you get to the world where it's like now you can be employed by just being in the game, to little things like that. Because think about it, it's just serving meatballs.
Mhm.
You're not
You'd be
doing,
like an employee for them.
but yes, I'm saying you're not really
You'd
doing
be-
too much. You're not selling nothing. It's
Oh
just
no.
you just like, here, I'm gonna give you some meatballs. You get
You handed out for soup
you
kitchen.
get meatballs and for $16 an hour. That's crazy. That's different. People catch on to that. I want to see how that's gonna happen.
Maybe. Yeah, it should be fine though.
Nah, it's cool. It's a good opportunity. It's easy. You know what I mean? What would you want to do, especially if you a kid at home or something?
Mhm.
You just want to be stay home and play the game, and you serve meatballs for $16 an hour. Shoot, that's easy money. The generation's getting it easy, getting it like that.
Yeah, they
Like,
do.
dang. You know what we had to do for $16 an hour?
Mhm.
Ain't no just handing meatballs and no video games at home.
No, I seen that. I told all my friends with kids, you better get up on this job.
Hey man, you better figure out some virtual. Get that virtual application.
Put your name in that application to work.
Yo, they got virtual application. Hey man, actually, down the line. If you're looking at that down the line, you give it another. If it, you know what I'm saying, give it like another 10, 20 years. You never know. That might be something where people are staying home and then being in the virtual games and things like that. And that's just another way to get paid because the robots come and all the AI and stuff.
Well, that's what they want it to be more like. Well, it's gonna be more like the people who work at home are gonna be the ones like controlling the robot. So they're gonna be sitting at home instead of doing the labor. They can just do the multiple. So I could just push the button for this one to go, and then push the button for another one to go, and push the button. So I'm now doing 5 jobs at once when
Hey,
from a push of a button.
if if it adds up and it really becomes a real thing that where you can be in a career just working in the virtual world, I can see people working in the virtual world. If there's another way people make money, and damn, that's where it might be heading.
Right.
Oh man, but we'll pay attention to that. See if they open it. Any other games open up to have you do other things because that's not bad. Just to serve meatballs, but imagine you really trying to like have retail in the virtual world. Like you walk in the store and you have somebody reading you saying, hey, from the end, not just from regular the video game programming because you can program people to do that. But I'm talking about actually somebody greeting you saying something different.
Yeah,
You know.
but that's the
you know. But we'll pay attention. I'm pay attention to that. See what it's going to be about. Uh, but yeah, still talking about more technology. You have Apple Intelligence. So they finally updated the iOS. Uh, so that's going to be the new software. We talked a little about that. But now they finally came up with the real name, so they want to go with the Apple Intelligence. That's going to be another way of AI. The big news is that they're implementing partnership with OpenAI. So they're going to be adding the Chat GPT. Um, and they said it's going to be cool. It's not going to be a security breach. They think it's not going to be security breach because you don't have to really give your information out. You don't have to sign up. So you don't have to really have a username. It's just going to be automatically into your phone where you can use it. So the good thing about it, people will get to operate it and get a chance to just learn a little bit more because they updated the apps where different icons can kind of do change where you can talk. Basically what we talked about the picture recognition where you can say you want a dragon floating on the cloud, and then it
right.
has that image. It shows a dragon floating on the cloud, and you can send it to a
Yeah,
person. So it's different emojis. They have it updated. Just a little bit playing around with the Chat GPT because Chat GPT is more like a personal assistant. So they kind of want to implement more you assistants having more organization with any calendars or any appointments, things like that. Um, you got anything with your business that's just keep you a little bit more organized. Then we always talk about the Chat GPT 4.0. Now they can see you, so I'm sure that's part of implementing it with that too. So
yeah. They got a lot of encrypted data and everything. And they said even when they need to send stuff out to Chat GPT, they won't send like the whole information out. They send only the portion that they think they can best answer it. That way you keep your like everything private and stuff.
mm-hmm.
And instead, the way they integrated and they did a whole lot. They had like a whole, what I think like an hour and some
Yeah,
minutes
no, it
is
was
like
it was a big
overview.
precision.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and they doing a whole lot of big things, Apple, and they just happy to roll them all out.
yeah. I seen a recent interview. Tim Cooks was like, we don't try to be the first, we try to be the best. So yes, there's a bunch of AIs running around. They say, well, I'm not gonna come up with no AI. I'm gonna partnership with you guys with your AI, and just put it with our and put it with us.
Makes sense.
It's like because everything's going already. Why they don't want to change it? They feel like they're probably ahead of the game. So hey, come and put this in my phone. Um, so that's a smart move on Apple's on behalf.
Hmm.
You know, but Elon, he ain't like that move, man. He didn't like that move at all. Because on the other hand, he thinks that the security is going to be breached. Because we always talk about AI, we feed them all the information with open AI. So giving them all this information, they feel like we just going to keep feeding it, and now it has more access to our phones. Because now it's already implemented in our phones automatically. Where we agree, we agree to everything that we're talking about, everything in there. That's what AI is going to keep building, want to keep
Yeah.
growing.
Now it's
Uh,
really listening.
yeah, no, it's already in your phone. They're saying it's not going to be really security encrypted, but so he's saying that any employees that work with his company, get them away from the computer with iPhones. So he's gonna put that in a secure box. I wonder if they really could think about that. He's really gonna do that, or he's just trolling from Sam because him. Sam always got a little beef. Who's part of Open AI.
I
Uh,
guess. Yeah, I
but
guess so. That makes more sense though. But the way, even with some of the things with that iPhone, when you put them down next to another one, they sort of send the information between each other.
mm,
and most of their stuff now was more like just tap. Because even with they upgraded the payment for the wallet now, so you ain't got to put no information in. You just hold your phone next to somebody else's.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. So it's that easy just to send payments to get information, like I guess on the low.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, talking about that type of thing, apps. They also have the now where you can hide the apps, so where you don't have to have a. They say it's kind of girlfriend proof, wife proof.
Oh yeah, you can hide
You
and
could,
lock the
yeah, you
apps.
can lock and hide the apps now, so you can have your message not even show up on your page no more. So you're gonna need gonna need to actually scan your
Your face.
visual, your
Oh yeah,
face,
or
yes,
do a passport or
or
something. And
passport, yeah. Anytime you go into the message thing, so it's like even if they do get your phone and find it, they're gonna have to need a face recognition, just to open it up. So if you
hmm
had your phone open, they're gonna need, and then you can hide it now. They can't even find it. You don't only have to be any apps that you had before. They say you don't have to worry about it. Anybody looking at, yeah, that's funny how that they really kind of taking that into consideration because people go through different things in relationships and do different
hmm
drama, and
They
now
trying to
they
catch up
and now they
now.
trying to like, all right, well, how about we put this out for you, put this for you. Um, but I did recently see somebody saying they suing Apple because it didn't work for them. But I don't know if that happened recently. They say there's a message, basically somebody had a text message to his wife, and he was with his secret side girls or something like that. Um, all his girls, and he he got caught, and she finally seen all the messages, but they was supposed to delete all the messages, but somehow all the messages came back, and then she seen all the messages, ended up divorcing them. He lost a good settlement in the divorce, so he's trying to sue Apple for that whole situation. But yo, it's just like they're paying attention about these different things. So, and that just helps both sides. You know what I mean. You shouldn't be looking through each other's phone regardless.
How you say that helps both sides?
You know
That's
what I'm
not how that
saying?
works.
You should be having trust in your relationship. You know, whatever they always say, whatever happens in the dark, it always comes to the light. That's what I feel. But yeah, but I think even talking back on Elon, I think he's probably trying to come out with another phone. I think that's what his I think he's probably trying to make another phone because he has Starlink, and Starlink's doing very well. It's actually over like 100 countries now. I mean, yeah, and over 100 countries, like all over the world. So he wants to probably make a phone that actually can have Starlink in it. And I think they said he was trying to make a Starlink to be free with the phone. So imagine you come out with a new phone, and then also have a membership free on X too. So they have he comes out with a phone, and now you have free internet. You don't pay for the internet because he always has the internet, his own internet, and you have a membership for his X. Hey, if they have that technology, I mean, people are gonna buy it. I see people buying it, because now you have free internet. You
Yeah,
know, you know what I'm
he's
saying?
smart like that. 'Cause he be building everything else.
hmm
So
He
I can
has his own
see.
network.
Yeah,
Ain't no, I gotta use that word. No, I'm gonna
no.
cut this off. Period. All that money you pay probably just for the internet. No, just get the phone and we'll work it out from there.
Well, yeah, that'd be interesting too. Because Apple has now where you can text people and stuff from the satellite
Mhm.
without the need of the
That
like
was
the
that was
internet.
another one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So Elon, if he get the stuff from satellite, shoot it up there with him doing the space thing, that shouldn't be that hard.
and exactly. So now if they put if he does that, but yeah, that was a good point. They did do talk about that too, where you don't even need any Wi-Fi to make messages. So sometimes we're out in the world wilderness.
Yeah,
Now
with no
you know
service.
service. Now you can still text because it's still gonna pick up throughout there with the satellite. But yeah, Elon definitely has all those pointers up in space. Cause I was watching even the launch. They was watching they had the recent launch, and then they had the Wi-Fi up in space.
What the? Okay.
Yeah,
So yeah,
they had to literally showing you from the camera vision live, and how you think they show you with the camera vision.
it's usually radio waves, but yeah, I guess so. We go with
No,
that.
yeah, he had to using that Starlink, man. He was using the Starlink. But yeah, that's just how you power, and it's sticking on him. He just recently he's recently came in for the Tesla shareholders. They just recently get paid him out a $56 billion bonus. supposed to be the highest record breaking bonus for a CEO. So you just get that man some more money.
Do what he wanna do.
You know, to keep active and see what else he gonna do and put to work with that. You know, yeah, that's just more money in his pockets is to create things that he's gonna do. Especially big on the spaceship. They's had a big conference too recently. Um, and they talked about all the different topics about what was going on. I talked more about the robo taxi, but he's staying. No, he's serious about it. So that's definitely on point to do that. And that's I mean that makes sense because at the end of the day, it makes sense where you can make more money from your taxi. They even say you can be on vacation, and then you go out on vacation for the week and then just press a button in the app and say, hey, you can use my car and still make money. That's crazy, man. That's so crazy. So that's definitely another wave that they're gonna keep that revolution of the electric vehicles going. But Tesla always doing something revolutionary, trying to just do things different and just make a different change when it comes to this electric push. So I'm gonna definitely pay attention to that. See how that comes out. As soon as that robo taxi, then I'm about to go get me a Tesla, man. Or you can send me one, Elon. That's fine. Or am I? But yeah. So all right. So let's get into my favorite subject. You know how I do it. Motivation. I need a motivation. You know. So this one comes actually. It said, you might not realize right now, but you might not realize right now, but there are many people watching you and drawing inspiration from you. So do it for them. Um, that was cool when I heard about that, but then I'm like, yo, that's true. I mean, you never know who's watching, and you're inspiring them to do things, and because you do the same thing, you watch them, and you get inspired. So
Right.
sometimes it's just an energy thing. You inspire each other, and you don't even know it. So that's true when I'm looking at it, and it's true when somebody else is looking at it. And then you're doing it for them, but sometimes you always gotta do it for yourself too. You always gotta, make sure you're doing it for yourself. But then you also do it for the next generation or the next one's coming. That's just how it works. And that's how the world keeps revolving. So I like that one. Uh, Also another one says, stop being afraid of what could go wrong, and think of what can go right. Sometimes you hold yourself back because you're afraid of things. Things is gonna happen, it's gonna go wrong. So basically, just like I always say, focus on what's gonna go right in life. Things gotta go wrong for it to go right.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I feel, and that's how I think about it. Well, thanks for joining us for episode 39. Round of applause again. Make sure you like, subscribe, leave a comment, and then join us for the next episode. You've been rocking with Do Vibe.
And Jamel.
Peace.
I love it. You guys are so great.